there's something you'd like to tell me.
Is there something you'd like to know?
I'm your wife. I know everything.
Well, congratulations on this film. It's amazing, and your performances stand out, and a lot of people are saying so. Is it kind of overwhelming to hear?
It is. I mean, or it's just, I don't know. Just it's a big honor to hear that people are talking about the film, and I mean we all fell in love with this script and this story and these people, and I think we put our heart into to go on this tough journey. But it's fun to finally get it out there and release it.
Yeah, because it's such an incredible story, and even though it takes place so long ago, it's still so very relevant today.
Well, very much, and apart from it being a very unique and extremely passionate and big love story, I think it's very relatable. How Gerda is, of course, afraid of a big change because she's afraid that she might lose somebody and the connection and the closeness, but how she's able to look aside of that and only focusing on being the best and greatest support for her lover to truly become herself.
So what kind of mindset did you have to put yourself in for this character? Because it sort of flip-flops into two different roles, even though it's the same person.
For me, it was always the same person. It was just about Lily finding who she was. For me, the way I approached it was reading as much as I could about Lily. She wrote a book, was written or published after her death, called Man into Woman, and which is sort of some of her writings. And then talking to people from the trans community and hearing their stories, and basically trying to get as much information as I possibly could, and then bring that to me. Does that make sense?
Well, people are already talking Oscar buzz, not only for the performances, but for you. Like, you've been through this before. Like, what goes through your mind when you hear those kind of things?
I mean, I think at this stage, I just would love the film to really find an audience, and in the way that my last two films did. And, at the centre is this incredibly powerful love story, which I think in the audiences that I've shown it to so far, we've been to Venice and Toronto with it. What's really moved people is the power of this love at the centre that Gerda stands by Lily throughout this transformation, and it kind of talks about what happens in a marriage when someone changes, but in such a profound way.
Because I think people are talking so much about the transgender aspect. However, at the end of the day, it really is just a love story, an unconditional love story, right?
Yeah, I think that many partners in that situation might have not stood by the person, but the film explores this kind of this stamina of love, this kind of this incredible depth of love that Gerda has, which creates a kind of beautiful centre. And also, of course, it looks at their art. I mean, Gerda was a painter, and she becomes obsessed with the femininity in Lily when she's living as Einar in her husband, and almost encourages the beginning of the transformation because she becomes obsessed with her as a subject. So there's this sort of intersection of art and love, or creativity and love, which is very unusual.
I love you because you're the only person who made sense of me, who made me possible.